what I've got you doing so far is we're working with two different chords, the C chord and the E minor chord. And we've gone over a basic strumming pattern that we're going to be using, which was down, down, up, up, down, up. And what we're doing so far is we're playing two patterns on C and two patterns on E minor. And so what we've got so far, if I play it through, but 1, 2, 3, 4, I've got C for 2, and then E minor for 2 patterns. And then I'm going to repeat the whole thing again. C twice and E minor twice. Like that. All right. And the song that we're doing, it's an old Beatles song called Eleanor Rigby. And there's 3 different parts to it. We've got this part that I've shown you, which is the intro, which is where they're singing the "Ah, look at all the lonely people." And what you're going to find with this song is with the 3 parts of it, which we're going to have a chart of it up on the screen that we're going to show you. What we're going to have is 3 different parts to it, and each part you're going to play it twice. All right. So we've gone over, I call this the intro. Now I'm going to show you the verse pattern, and when we finish the intro, after we've gone through C and E minor each twice, we're going to stay on the E minor chord. And what we're going to do is we're going to play 3 patterns with the E minor. So, and this is again for the verse. So I'm going to start with the E minor. I'm going to play 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to go to the C chord for 1 pattern. Then I'm going to do something that I call this a split bar. You're going to have half of this pattern done with C and half with E minor, because where the chord's changing, it's actually on a beat where we're not strumming. So for this pattern, I'm going to change the strumming slightly, but it's going to be really simple. I'm going to do 4 down strums. I'm going to do the first 2 on a C chord and the second 2 on an E minor chord. All right? So if I play this from the 1 measure on C, I'm going to have C for a measure, then 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's what I call a split bar, because I'm playing half of the measure on C and half of it on E minor. So when I put this pattern together for the verse, here's what I've got. I've got E minor for 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to go to my C chord for 1 pattern, then 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the pattern that I'm going to do for the verse of the song. All right? And just like you did with the intro, we're going to play this pattern, the whole thing, twice. All right? With each of these parts of the song, we're going to play through it twice, and that's going to be what we're going to use through the entire song. All right? So if I play the whole verse for you now, here's what we've got. We're going to start again with the E minor, and I'll count us in. But 1, 2, 3, 4, E minor, 2, and 3, then to the C chord for 1 pattern, split bar, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to repeat it. 2, 3, C chord, split bar, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that's my verse pattern. Now, what I want to do to end off this segment is I'm going to put the 2 parts of the song we've got together. Okay, so I'm going to start with the intro, which is the 2 patterns on each chord. I'm going to play that twice, and then I'm going to do the verse pattern twice. All right, so if we start again with the C chord, and I'm going to count us in, but 1, 2, 3, 4, C, and E minor, back to C again, and E minor, stay on E minor. 1, 2, 3, C chord, split bar, and again, E minor for 3, 2, 3, C chord, split bar. All right, the one thing you've got to watch when you're playing that, coming out of the split bar, this is something that, having taught this song a whole lot, something that I find people do is that they take the first 2 strums on the E minor that I'm doing in the split bar, those 2 down strums, and they want to make that a part of the next pattern. What you want to keep in mind is that once I do those 2 down strums on E minor, I'm going to start a new pattern. So I'll do the 2 down strums and then go right into the next pattern. All right, so that's going to be, that's again like the first 2 parts of the song. All right, and what I want you to do is work with that, sort of try to sort of play it along with me if you can. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to add a couple more chords and I'm going to show you the chorus to the song. And then what I'm going to do is actually put the whole thing together and play it a little bit slower than what I just did now, so that it'll be a little bit easier for you to play along with, and we'll have the whole song. All right, so work with that, and then when you're comfortable with that, come back and I'll add the last part to the song for you.